You are personally responsible for bringing Jodie Foster out of retirement.
I would say Jodie Foster was personally responsible for bringing Jodie Foster out of semi-retirement. I was a bystander, but a very happy one.
The Artemis is a secret hospital for criminals.
I thought you were done with all this.
I got out, but you know how it goes.
You're never out. Not up here.
You have such an A-list cast in this film. How did you go about getting all of these incredible actors, and was there a character that was the hardest to cast?
Oh, that's a good question. I got really lucky with the cast of my directorial debut. I think there must have been something in the script, the vibrancy of the characters, maybe, and the concept itself that brought such a great group of people together. I also wanted to approach people that hadn't necessarily played the kind of roles they were playing in this before. We don't usually see Jeff Goldblum as a bad guy these days. We don't usually see Dave Bautista in essentially a double act with Jodie Foster. So I think that was a big part of it. All of the roles were tricky to cast because of that, because you want to be thinking outside of the box. But truthfully, the process was, was actually pretty enjoyable once we got up and running, because when Jodie Foster says yes to a movie and she was the first in, then that sends a kind of seal of approval out to the rest of the actors that you might approach, that if she's going to trust you as a first-time director, then maybe they can too.
Yeah, and she hasn't done a whole lot of acting in front of the camera in a while too.
No, she considered herself semi-retired when I sat down with her.
You are personally responsible for bringing Jodie Foster out of retirement.
I would say Jodie Foster was personally responsible for bringing Jodie Foster out of semi-retirement. I was a bystander, but a very happy one.
When you were writing this, what made you want to set it in a not-so-distant future and in LA?
Well, the LA of it is because I moved here 7 years ago to make Iron Man 3, and I fell in love with the place. And I still live here now, and I've always loved Los Angeles for its pop culture, it's crime fiction, it's music, it's movies, and so I wanted the movie to reflect all of that. And that's just, that was the starting point. And maybe because I was living here, when all the other ideas came together, it felt like Los Angeles was the only place for it to live.
I feel like when watching the film, there's a lot more story to tell. Do you think you'd be open to a sequel, a prequel?
I'm a writer-director who's just made a movie set in a small movie set in what is really a giant universe. So I'm the first one who wants there to be more movies or, anything else first of all, with these characters, the ones that survive. And secondly, in this universe, we explicitly say in the film that Hotel Artemis isn't the only darkroom DR in the world. There are lots of independent secret hospitals for criminals all over, and it would be a shame if we never got to tell another one of those stories.